I don't want to brag. Actually don't want to brag, but I've always been I've been a star boy. I know there are a lot of other star boys, but
I'm hanging out with the ultimate sportscaster. Yeah.
Welcome to Beyond the Pitch.
yeah, thank you.
It's been a very, very interesting journey. I think that's the simplest way I can put it. But
Yeah, I get it.
let's start from the very beginning before we get. You look at it. You are a guy that has played everywhere, started from the streets, and now you have played all the way to Portugal. Let's start from the very beginning. Give us an introduction of yourself.
My full name is Tomisin Alasiri John, and well, I've been playing football since I was very little, primary school, and I think that's when I got the interest, and I was just fascinated about it. I don't really know why, but I grew up under a father that loves sports so much, an Arsenal fan, and I've always been watching like EPL right from when I was very small. And of course, I follow sport news a lot. My dad buys a lot of sport newspapers also. So yeah, so passion has always been there, and I've been on it. I always saw that bigger picture, and that's what has always been driving me.
Let's look at it. Your full name is Tomisin Alasiri John. How did you get to Skarra? Like, where is I can't. I've been trying to find the connect, but give me that background. How did you get to Skarra?
Okay, so Skarra is Skarra now. Skarra has always been like where Skarra came from is actually from super strikers, people that used to read super strikers back then, a comic football book. And the best player in the comic was actually, I think it was actually Skarra, but Skarra was
Everybody likes Shakes.
Skarra. Yeah, it was you can say Skarra or Shakes, yeah. But Skarra was like the villain in the book, but Shakes was okay. Well, Shakes was like, of course, the main person, but I knew Shakes was from Shegun, and my name is not Shegun, so I'm like, I can't pick Shakes, so let me just go for Skarra. But over the years, Skarra has, in the Nigerian setting, I don't think anybody's bearing that, and I think I've kind of restructured what that name means.
Well, outside football, tell me something. Like outside football, what is something? Okay, maybe when you were growing up, something you enjoyed when you were growing up aside football.
I used to be I very, very good chess player at a very young age. I used to be a very good chess player. I used to be a very good tennis player too. When I was in
Table
GS
tennis
one,
or
yeah, tennis, yeah. When I was in GS two, I always play with like the seniors, and we like, it's always a drag. That's chess and tennis. So, and I'm also like very intelligent book wise. I'm from a family of mathematics. Like we are all very good at maths. So if I wasn't probably playing football, I would have had passion, these other things I've mentioned. So I also love writing a lot, and I'm actually working on some things. I love writing. I love literature. I love
when
reading.
you say writing, what are we looking at? Romance novels, just poems, or what
Yeah,
exactly are we looking at?
um, not romance, although like of course a good writer can explore a lot of genres, but for me, I think I'm going to be more focused on non-fiction, uh, maybe a bit of fiction.
Let's look at your coming up as well.
Yeah.
Maybe like an incident that happened that made you decide, you know what, it is football I want to play, or like was it an experience? Was it an incident? At what point did you realize, you know what, it's either football or nothing?
There's a stage in your life where you find yourself doing a lot of things. Like if you're in Nigeria, you have to fend for yourself at a level. You have to, you have to find a way for yourself. Like there's a point where you get where you need to just decide this is what you need to do with your life. And for me, yeah, I was at the point where I was like, okay, football, I'm not getting from it, like in terms, I can't feed, not like I never knew the big picture, but like at this point, I'm not depending on my parents. I can't feed on my own. Okay, I think I need to get another hustle. I need to find something else to do. And in the midst of doing all of that, in and of course, not focusing on football, I just realized that I don't think this is what I want to do. And of course, growing up and playing a lot of places, people have always appreciated the talent. Like, this guy is talented, this is talented, but it's bigger than that. And because of my vision, because of what I could see, I knew that, okay, if I really focus on football, I can actually get very far. And at the end of the day, everybody is going to die. Even if you are probably, working in a big place, you are doing other things. At the end of the day, you are going to die. And at the end of the day, it's what you enjoy doing. That is what will make you happy.
Personally, if I will be honest now, personally, I did not know who Skarra was until I came for Lagos Liga. Until I came to Lagos
Oh,
Liga, I personally did not know who you were. But for people that are out there, tell us, give us your trajectory, okay, where you started playing and up to the point where you came to Lagos Liga, and the next thing we know, you don't leave us come out.
I've been playing from. I grew up in Ogun State, in Ota. So in Ota, Songota.
Okay.
Going to my secondary schools, my primary school, I was like literally the best players. Everybody has a story. And I also found myself, I had a very good part of my life also in Akoka. And in Akoka too, I was quite popular. People knew me. The closest also maybe Social Liga. I don't even know Social Liga. Social Liga, I made some marks there. People knew me very well. And I also found myself going to Ogun State. I was in a club in Ogun State for like a year plus. Although the club is currently not existing. And of course, when I was in 96 Champions, I think 96 Champions actually made me very popular in Lagos. 96 Champions is based in Lagos, and Lagos Liga came up. And the funny thing, I had my visa before playing in Lagos Liga.
So
And
the move was already done before you even played Lagos Liga.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it.
Yeah, actually. But you have to always network. So that was the reason why I said, okay, I need to jump on Lagos Liga.
How did you end up playing for Superstars?
There's a tournament that happened on Twitter. I think that Oliga organized. I'm trying to remember a 1 million tournament like that.
No, I think I remember. I think it was the same one.
Yeah. So then I was just starting to want to get very frequent on X on Twitter. So I saw it. I said tournament 1 million. We do tournament. I don't know any of these guys, and they're like, to play. You have to be under a captain. This one, that one. I looked at all the captains. I don't know them, so I started going into their DMs. Like, Alpha, I cannot make money. Put me on your team. So the first person to respond was like, he has people already. So the next person that will respond was Otis, Sugar Otis, and I was like, okay, I sent him my video. Then he saw it, was like, I think he knows me. Like, he's going to have me to his team. So I got added to his team. I brought Messi, that's Samuel, the Reaper, it for us in Superstar also. Yeah. So I played that tournament and we got to the final against Superstar. That was the S team, yeah. So it was very tough. So that was when they knew me that so this guy can even play 5-5-side. Shea, the owner of Superstar, now saw me right, like, this guy is a good player. So that's how they got me into Superstar. And I also got offers actually to I'm very good friends with the owner of Firecrackers. I also had a chance to also play for Mr. Bayo.
You be old boy. Only you got like 3 or 4 different clubs.
I just have to point that out because I trained Superstar because I felt Superstar we had like the best squad to win it. So that was the reason why I actually even joined Superstar.
Can you give me like the backstory? Where exactly were you picked up from? Like, where did the team contact you? How did they even discover you?
Happened from when I was in Ogun State. So Ladigua, that's the name of the team.
Okay.
They were in Radio Cup 2 years or 2 years or 3 years ago. 3 years ago actually, 20, I think 2 years ago, 2020. Yeah. So they were meant to someone I knew just recommended me to the team that I should go and join them. They're about to travel, anything could happen. So I went there, and there was an agent that had seen me play at a scouting tournament in Legacy in Lagos before. So the agent was working closely with the Goa. So he saw me again. I was like, he knows me now that this, that the club should, that Ligua should hold me. They should not let me go. I'm a good player. And it was the agent that established the contact with club in Portugal. He knew the club, and he sent my videos to them. And I think they liked what they saw. So that was how it happened. And they signed me immediately. They sent me a contract like not long after, which I to process my visa.
Now that you are there, I've seen your interesting tweets. Let me put it that way, because you were talking about language barrier. There was a day you were talking
Yeah,
about you could not communicate properly with your teammates. There was a day you were talking about even basic communication across with people has been an issue. And I've also seen you talk
yeah,
about movies that I've ever seen you. You said you wanted to learn by watching Portuguese movies.
yeah.
How so far? Let me even ask you. How well is your Portuguese coming along? First of all.
If I'm going to judge myself, I won't say very good. But to be easy on myself, I would say I'm still less than a month here. So I can't be too hard on myself. So I'm already learning a couple of words. The major issue I'm having with learning is they talk too fast, especially people that especially people that I'm in contact with my coaches. Like they talk very fast, so to pick the words one by one, is a challenge. And well, me, I'm a sharp guy, sha. I know with time I will get it.
So has the language barrier been your biggest challenge so far?
Funny enough, how the language is never a barrier for me. Like in terms of my settling down, and because my coaches, the head coach, he can speak English. The the youth coach can also speak English. Maybe not so fluent, but they can. And there are a couple of players in the team that can speak. So the little and most of the drills, most of the sessions are what I'm used to. Like I know the sessions. So and of course, as someone that is intelligent, it's easy to know what they're doing, what they're doing, what they're doing, what they're expecting to do. But my major issue that I've had actually is adapting to the weather.
I was
But
even going to ask because I can see you are inside and you are still in a jacket.
I'm telling you, and the windows are closed. Funny how Portugal is not really a cold country compared to when you hear Canada, you hear them Norway, all these guys. But trust me, we're like probably on 13 degrees. Yesterday it was like 9 degrees. So that's been my major headache actually.
Now, remember you mentioned you had a game that you were playing for the junior team and then you had to play for
Yeah,
the senior team the day after. What's the dynamic in there? Because
yeah.
being playing junior and senior at the same time can be quite confusing.
I need to play with the junior team so I can adapt quickly. I can get more time, like more playing time, more match fitness. Because the senior team is it's not like it's a different level for me. I play with them, I train with them. I've played 3 games for them now, although 20 minutes each. Uh I know I'll soon start starting, but they just need me to get more match fitness pending when you know I start to play full game. I train majorly with the senior team and I train like once with the junior team, but I always play their games because I understand how they also play. The junior team and the senior team, the playing style is a bit different, but like I said, I'm technical very well to a very large extent. I'm very technical.
At the
Yeah.
end of, say, maybe the end of this season, what is something you would like to achieve?
I need to, get a bigger team. It's a win-win for everybody. It's not like, okay, I'm currently in a team and I'm saying I want to move. If I say I want to move, then of course money coming to my current team, and that's just how the football world is. Everybody wants to, progress. So at the end of the season, I hope, to get to move to a bigger team, to of course help my current to to progress also in every way I can. So of course, they are hope to fit top of their table here, which is also what I want.
As a footballer, everybody has
Yeah.
that one thing that maybe if they. Now I'm taking you straight into the future, and I'm talking maybe like retirement time. As a footballer, when you look back, say maybe in the next 20, 30 years, when you hang up your
Yeah.
boots, what is that
Yeah.
thing that you feel like if you have done this or you get to this level, you feel like even when you retire, you are fine. Something that you want to achieve ultimately.
I have not a lot of things in my head, but the basic things in my head are I want to be able to influence a lot of upcoming footballers, this generation, the next generation, influence them properly. Like, I feel I had a lag in that when I was coming up. I want to be someone that, can influence people, can turn people to the right ways to go. Not even only football, not only sports, in anything they want to do. So that's one of the things I want to do. In terms of my finances, investment plan and all of that, I don't think that's going to be an issue for me because I have a lot of, I have people around me that also have that same mindset of investing properly. So I think that shouldn't be an issue. Then I also have, I don't think I've ever talked about it, but I have a dream of creating a kind of new soccer boots, not the normal boots that we all have, but something for me personally. I know some footballers might feel that way, but for me personally, I've never really liked playing with like, boots that we wear. Like, yeah, I don't know how to explain. It doesn't give me the kind of feel when I play with my bare legs. I can't explain, but I know some guys will be able to understand what I'm saying. So I've always been thinking of it right from when I was younger. Like there should be a way we can create something that, of course, there's a balance between playing with your bare legs and playing with your boots. Of course, that protects your leg. And of course, it's a dream for everyone to play for their national team. And yeah, yeah.
I was going to ask. I was going to ask you anyways.
Yeah, so playing for my national team, playing the Champions League. Yeah,
I saw a picture that you posted once, just before you posted it after you had traveled, but I could tell that it was before you left. I'm pretty sure it was probably the day you were leaving. You took a picture with your mom.
yeah.
You posted it. Would you say she has been your biggest support block throughout this entire journey?
It would be unfair to say she has been my biggest support without mentioning my dad. So I would say my parents because I think it has been a joint effort. I would say my family actually, not even just my parents because I have an elder brother that has been pushing me. I have my elder sister always pushing me also. Then my parents. I think my family has actually been my biggest support.
We are looking at this forward line that we currently have now. Ademola Lukman, Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
You can, as one of, I could, off the top of my head alone, if you name Nigerian attackers now, you could get into like
A lot.
10 different people and
Yeah.
counting. I mean, I'm not saying now, but in the future, how much
Yeah.
work do you think it will take you to actually break onto the radar of the NFF and move into that scenario?
Always been not to I don't want to brag and I don't want to brag, but I've always been I've been a star boy I know there are a lot of other star boys, but if I want something, I always know how to get it. And you cannot me, I'm someone that if you put me in a mix of people, I always come out. I always like amplify myself. Especially you put me in a mix of people that are all talented. Like everybody's happy for you. Okay, how do we bring out this person? How do I always know how to bring them. So I just need to find myself in that mix of people. When it comes to the issue of national team, I know yes, it's based on of course the like you cannot be playing for Galatasaray and you will not be in the team. You cannot be playing for Atlanta. All those ones are normal. But of course, to you have to have the right people, pushing you. I feel like Osimhen has like, of course, from his understanding, he has like the big that have always been like on his head, like compared to some people that they don't know these people. So I think you need to have those right networks and also winning goals left and right. So all those things work for you to to stand out when it comes to the national team.
Who is your footballing idol? Who is the one player you look up to?
I look up to Delima,
Delima.
but yeah, but I also look up to a lot. I look up to Sime, I look up to Suarez, I look up to Lewandowski, I look up to Benzema. Yeah, the top strikers actually.
That's a lot of nines. I think your jersey number currently is I think it's 79 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm mistaken. My number is 45.
40, 45. You don't copy
After
with us now. I see where you're right. No problem. Is that a number that was chosen for you or is that something you selected yourself?
I selected myself.
Okay. That's a number you like that's been your footballing number or something.
No. The number I've always liked was 14 because of my birthdays, but nah, I don't think a lot of people like 14 a lot. So, and of course, except if it seems okay, you want to give me number 9, you want me to be a 9, of course. But aside that, I think for now I'll be wearing 45 because how I love Time and I love how he has bodied his current situation, and of course he's wearing 45. And of course, now Balotelli also, but more of Osimhen.
This one, I just want to use the cause trouble. This is my final question for today. Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo, no be trouble, no worry.
Alright. Skarra, thank you very much for coming on Beyond the Pitch. It's been a very, very swell time, I'll be honest. It's been a very enlightening session as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem.